what would one offer for such a stone? Am I holding any of the gems? I get the mysterious gem that we need to identify. I don't think that's that's not an eye, though. That's just a regular gem, isn't it?
I have a pit with an eye in it, but it's a bad one.
All right, well, no, actually, that's going to work for me. So I'll head into the, is it the gem shop or is it like a spear shop? Like a spears in a circle?
Just the gem spot.
Spears in a circle?
Sphere.
Oh.
Oh, I think it's a spear, yeah.
Sphere.
Is it gems or spears?
Sphere.
I just saw spears.
In a circle.
Did you need me to identify something?
No. This is perfect. This is good. So I will walk into the shop. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. I'm assuming there's some sort of bell on the door. Am I in the right shop or was it the one across the street?
I just love the idea that you're gonna walk in going ding-a-ling-a-ling. Your own bell.
If the door doesn't make the sound, then I'll make it for it.
You open the door, and for a second it's silent. The door doesn't make any noise, and then you see a small person come up from behind the counter next to the salesperson and go ding-a-ling-a-ling, like to get their attention and wake them up. And this older gentleman, he looks up. He's like, "Oh yes, well, welcome, good sir. How can I be of assistance to you today?"
Good man. I am perusing gems. I happen to have this mysterious gem that I came across while I was out adventuring. I'm a gentleman adventurer, if you can't tell. And I show him the gem mysterious need to identify that is in my inventory. I don't recall when and how I got it. I do think it was kind of recently, though.
Mm-hmm.
It was
and while he's
it was in the cave after we escaped from the after we evaded the warden.
Oh, it was in one of the barrels or something like that.
Meh.
Did you just
Meh.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. I was like, it's not. I mean, I agree, it's not super interesting, but and I show him the gem, and while he's looking at the gem, I kind of.
Did I give it a color?
Or anything? Not that
you said it was a mysterious gem.
It was mysterious, yeah. And I don't know if it had maybe a power to it. That's why I had need to identify.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because if it was a thing that I'm thinking of, it's a certain color.
While he's looking at it, I'm looking around the shop to see if I spot anything that might look like an eye. An eye of Ender. Investigation?
Investigation, since you're looking for something specific.
Okay. 30-20.
You see some stuff that looks like it could have been eyes if they were smaller and or less eye-looking, but you don't see anything that jumps out at you as an eye of Ender.
All right.
And as he's appraising it, making sure that he knows exactly which one it is, because there are two that look similar. You know, sir, these kind of gems are very rare, and it's very impressive that you found one. Where did you say you found it?
I was out while I was out adventuring. I was doing some spelunking with some companions of mine and evading monsters and such. And we happened to come across this in some war in this cave, and picked it up because it obviously looked like it had some value. But I figured a man of your skill might be able to tell me what sort of item I have here.
It seems like you have an ion stone of reserve.
Sorry, a ion stone?
Ion.
I-O-N?
I-O-U-N.
Wait, he's got one too?
Yeah, he just never got his identified. He's had it for a while.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
You found yours in the chest.
Ion stone of...
Reserve.
Of reserve. Interesting. And tell me, good sir, what is a ion stone of reserve?
Well, it is a spell. It is a stone that you can obviously attune to, and once you attune to it, it orbits your head. This one seems to orbit around 2 feet, and it gives you the ability to reserve spells. It can store up to 3 levels worth of spells in it.
Oh, interesting. And then if someone was not a spellcaster, I wouldn't be able to store spells into it, I guess.
Mm.
Oh no!
While it's in your
perhaps
while
it
it's
comes.
while it's attuned, you can cast any spell that is stored in it.
Right. And any creature can cast a spell of first through third level
Read the next paragraph.
while the stone orbits your head.
There you
Yeah,
go.
and it uses spell slot. Spell uses spell slot, spell DC, spell attack bonus, and spell casting, but is otherwise treated as if you cast the spell. So is that a yes? Anybody can use it, or no?
Yes,
Not
anyone can use it.
Okay. No. So, but you have to tell me what spells are in there.
There are, in fact, 3 levels of spells in there.
Oh, interesting. And how would one go about finding out what spells are in there? Probably attuning to it, right?
Best bet would be attuning, yes. Are you looking to sell it, by chance?
Well, out of curiosity, what would one offer for such a stone?
I would say, given that it's full, that does lower the pricing a little bit because it is unknown what's in the spell, and I can't really guarantee that they are helpful.
Understandable.
So I'd say 750 emeralds.
700. That does seem like a good starting point. I will hold on to it for the moment because, as I said, I do travel with some companions who may actually be able to use something like this. But it is good to know. You said
Of course.
I'm just going to throw. Maybe delete that. I will definitely take that under advisement. While I am in the shop here, I do notice these lovely little tiny eyes over here caught my eye, as it were. Can you tell me any more about them? They seem quite interesting. Would you use them for jewelry or anything specific?
Yes. Those are modeled after the mythical, I should say, because it's just a myth. It's a child's tale, really. The
Excellent.
eyes that lead to a fantasy world. It is said that there are 12 of them in the world, and once you find them all, you can go to the world of your dreams. But of course, that's just a fairy tale we tell the kids to put them to sleep. But
it sounds like a wonderful tale. Is
by
it
making them,
sorry?
by making the eyes as little miniature ones because obviously the real ones are probably infinitely bigger. But by making them that size, we can find noble kids, and they obviously heard the stories and they want them.
Yes, and you have to collect them all, I'm sure. Yes, that's quite an interesting thing. Is this a local tale? Perhaps is there like a local? Does each area have its own sort of particular stone or eye, as it were, or are they all? Is it a worldwide story?
I'm not sure where it originated from, but my father told it to me, and he said he got it from cat amongst his co-workers while working at a large mansions as a guard or some sort. I don't quite remember the details.
A mansion, you say? So, like, are there people out there that take these myths seriously? Then,
well, I'm sure there's people take everything seriously in this world at some point.
I guess every
just
story
down the road,
has
there are
an
people who eat
element of
rocks.
truth. You know what? We did come across.
You did have to pass through that town, right?
We absolutely did, and yes,
they were eating rocks.
Yeah, well, bizarre people. Horrible orthodontic work there.
I don't think they have an orthodontist.
No, I agree, and they certainly it would be a profitable business for anybody that wishes to set one up. Perhaps I should talk to some investors, and we might be able to make a pretty penny in such a place. But
Yes, perhaps.
you mentioned your father used to work in. Was it a local place?
I'm sorry, I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Oh, of course. But local to this town, or is your father from a different place?
We've always lived here. Yes, I believe it was local, but I'm not sure which building it was.
Well, that's fair enough. A high class gentleman, you say he used to work for?
Well, yeah, you can't. Yes, of course, you can't have a mansion in this town without being high class of some variety.
Oh, true. Yes, yes. Being a traveler such as I see many a weird thing, and there are places out there where the lowest live the highest, and the highest live the lowest. It's the most bizarre thing. It's totally unnatural, I assure you.
Sounds quite.
Yes. Thank you so much for your appraisal of this stone. I appreciate your hard work, and I will keep this in mind if I am in the market to sell it. But I definitely should offer it to one of my companions who may actually be able to use it on one of our many adventures.
That's a smart move, sir. Smart
Yes.
move.
Thank you so much.
Here you go. On the house. And he gives you an eye that looks like the corrupted one you had, but it's not broken.
Oh,
Like it looks like it would have been originally.
what color is it?
It is a purple instead of the green that it was glowing.
Okay, but it looks like it's the same one.
It looks like it has the same looks on the inside. Like if it were a marble, it's the same marble, but just different colors.
All right, perfect.
Out of character, Turth, are you going to get like a full list of all the 12?
I was actually going to ask him or ask if I could take a look at the ones there just to kind of get an idea of what they all were, right?
Oh, okay, good.
Out of curiosity, good sir, are these named in any particular way, fashion? How do the local lads keep track of which ones they have?
Oh, they have so many names, you know? There's so many. There's hard to keep track of them sometimes. Let me see if I can find the list in my little. I've got a little journal I keep to try and keep up with the younger folk.
The sayings and whatnot when these young whippersnappers come through and.
Yes. You get it. You get it.
Of course, yes. I encountered many young ruffians in my day. Half the time, I can't understand a word they say.
It's not just me. I'm glad someone else gets it.
Yes, it's worldwide. I assure you. I've traveled many places, and definitely a worldwide phenomenon.
And he does take a few minutes. He is searching through. But while I'm looking, is there any specific reason?
Oh, it just is a reason for the name. Just as a world adventure in that, and I do dabble in the trade in that, and this is something I have not seen many other places or any other place, to be honest with you. And perhaps it might be a good opportunity to export to one of these other areas and get their local youth involved in this recreational activity.
That would be quite nice. Maybe you can tell him where to get some fine marbles if you know.
Yeah,
send them my way.
You know what? How much do they go for? Out of curiosity, how much do you sell them individually versus how many you might sell them bulk?
Well, for 12, you get if you want to buy 12, you can buy a little mystery bundle, and there are 12 eyes in there. It's not guaranteed that they're all different. But that usually goes for about. I can usually convince the parents of the noble children to pay about 100 emeralds per.
Interesting. 100 emeralds for, and then a mystery, you say. And then if one were to try to find, just because does he have like just buckets of them, all 12 of them, or are they only in these mystery bags?
He does have. If you lean over the counter, there is a big bucket of them. It's not separated or anything. It's just like full of it. But there is a bucket full of them.
Do you just scoop out 12 and what you get is what you get, sort of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder
just what you get, what you get.
Do you have a business card that I might carry with me? This does seem like perhaps a lucrative deal. And would it be so much trouble if I could get one of each, as I might be able to show it around amongst the different places that I travel, and then give your information to maybe have for a potential finder's fee. Would that be an interesting proposition for you? Certainly something to think about, I would assume.
It's a good point. It's a good point you have. Let's see.
I wouldn't need many, maybe just a single one of each, just to be able to show off the wares.
He thinks about it for a moment and just he grabs a bag and fills it up with a couple scoops. Says, "Here you go. I You don't need the specific ones, but here you go. You can just hand these out to whenever.
Excellent. You know what? That is a very good point. I certainly wouldn't want to give other